So as you guys are typing in the comments who you are and where you're from,
please join me on this live presentation as it happens on Zoom. Next week's session is going to be on Sunday. Make sure you join and join me on Monday morning mindset at 8 to 8:30. So please hang in there. Stay with me. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Rod. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Labor's Day. Really excited to be here. See all these.
You can't come in like that, Arif. I got something for you, brother. I just want to know, what year did we meet?
Oh, what year did we meet? That would be 2006, I believe. Yeah, if my memory serves me correctly.
I can tell them what happened to me in 2006 when I met you. Here we go. Let me tell you a little bit about my friend Arif Kalani. I was in a business. I got in that business in 2004. It was a regulated industry. You had to get a license. You had to get 60%. You had to pass the test. So you could educate people about money and finances. You could tell them if they had the right or the wrong insurance. You could tell them that a GIC stood for guaranteed insufficient cash, and that banks weren't in the wealth creation business. They were in the debt creation business. So we learned about money, we learned about finances, we learned about how to help people become financially independent. But what we also learned about was networking, relationship building. And I met this excitable young man in 2006. He was new in the business. I had 2 years under my belt. And I remember him approaching me. He wasn't on my team, but he had this energy, this enthusiasm. And I remember going, who is this guy? I wish he was on my team. I wish my team had half the vibes that this guy had. And then I found out he had immigrated to our country. He had hunger, he had passion, and he was ready to leave his name on this company. And he said to me, what do I got to do to win here? I said, ask for a transfer to my team. No, I didn't say that. I said, you, young man, will know where you will be 5 years from now based on two things and two things only. The people you associate with and the books you read. Well, he said, I'm already here. There's a lot of people here. So I think I got the people part figured out. What books should I read? My favorite question for a young grasshopper who asked me. I gave him a list, and he took that list, and I think he ate it. Because I have seen this man over the years, not just rise. I've seen him rise, fall, I've seen him rise again, and I've seen him pick me up when I fell. So, Effortless Connection class. I want you to imagine right now you're in a stadium, and I want you to imagine there's 30,000 people, and it's the full circle annual retreat, and you can hear the music blaring, you can smell the popcorn, Jamil, your feet are slipping on the floor, Leon. Ken Dahlia, you got a hot dog, there's mustard and ketchup dripping on your jeans, but you don't care, because the MC has taken the mic and he says, ladies and gentlemen, now coming to the stage to wow you, educate you, inspire you, move and touch you, from Brampton, Ontario, Canada, Arif Galani! Put your hands together, everybody! Woo!
Thank you, Rod. I hope everyone can hear. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this Sunday episode. I really admire Rod's perseverance in giving us this opportunity to work together, but I also wanted to talk to, I believe the audience may be a bunch of believers, because you have to know your audience, right? He said there's a mix of people, some from church, some from, faith, some from belief. So I wanted to talk to believers today, because before anything else, Mike in Toronto clapping, you gotta have believe, my brother. You gotta have believe in something. That something could be anything, and it could include yourself. So I'm going to give you the formulas today. Roy has some announcements to make.
In progress.
Right. Recording is in progress. It looks like we're on stage right now. Thank you again. And I wanted to calm you down, relax you, and talk to you really in a calm voice, because you have to use your voice when you communicate with people. But I want to take you back a little bit in history, Amanda. Okay, Cynthia, Shannon, Mark, James, Carol, Nadia, John, whoever you are there, I want to applaud you for being here. It's Labor Day. You could be hanging on your backyard with a beer or being on the patio or anywhere else, JB. But you chose to be here because champions are here. You have to have some belief. So in the beginning of time, right? They said that there was nothing. There was darkness. In the beginning, and I'm going to Genesis right now. I want to talk to you who have any ounce of belief in you, whether you're a Christian, you're a Jew, you're a Muslim, you're a Buddhist, or any other faith denomination. If you believe in anything at all, today my job is to strengthen your belief. In the beginning, there was nothing but darkness and silence. But God said, let there be light. Right? And then there was light. And then God said, I shall call this day. And then he divided it between darkness and called that night. Dark day, darkness was started with light, and then it was separated by darkness to separate the dark from the light. This is what believers believe that happened, all denomination. Then on the second day, God said, let the land appear amidst the water. So the water was full on the planet and the land appeared like mountains. And then he said, let there be a light in the sky like the sun on earth, and said, let there be fish in the water, and let there be birds in the sky. This is the story of creation, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention, please. I'm talking some deep fundamentals that are going to touch you deeply. And he said, let the earth bring forth creativity after their own kind. You and I can bring creativity forth after our own kind, one, through our children, two, our teachings, all of the things that will make you use your creativity. And those that creep on four legs will be put on the planet. I'm talking about the animal family. He put animals. And after that happened, God said, let us make man in our own image and put them on this earth. So, out of the dust, man was placed on earth with the power to create, ladies and gentlemen. You have the power to create. So the story continues. Shall you be interested in the rest of the story? I can continue on the end to tell you about it, how the story unfolded for the rest of the time, and how right now it's brought us together in the best time in history, Mike. There has never been an opportunity like this. Over 5,000 years of history at our fingertip through the internet. The man that God put on earth was called Adam. Right? Named him Adam. And then he said, man shall not live in solitude. So he took a piece of rib of Adam and created woman, and he called her Eve. The story continues. Next Sunday, I'll tell you a little bit of the story about the power of creativity and where it comes from and how you can utilize it right now. Whether you're a dead-end job, whether you're in network marketing, you have your own business ideas, or absolutely no idea why you're here. I have an opportunity for you. The opportunity to create. Creativity, my friends, happens through one principle called repetition. Okay? You've heard it. Everybody says it. Repetition is the mother of learning. But how do we use this repetition, and how do we make it a tool, just like a toolbox, in your hand to be able to unlock anything that comes to you throughout the day, throughout the week, the month, and all along your life. Those are the skills that we're going to teach you here, the beliefs that we're going to build in you, in yourself. Improve your self-image. I am nobody but a small boy from a small village on top of the mountains in the northwest of Iran who was bombed when I was 10 years old, and I broke my jaw. They broke my jaw. I didn't break it. See, the words that you use are so powerful. I want to bring you to the power words. I spent 2 years in the hospital by myself as a 10-year-old, and all I did was read because I had learned by then how to read. The power of your mind is so underestimated that most of us really hear about it, manifestation, all of the things that you may have come across in some sort of business, but don't have a formalized system from your morning to night to have the most maximum productivity, whether it's money, it's clients, it's connections, and or it's just peace of mind, JB. You can have it. It's formalized. And I put it in the book, and I'm going to give this book away to all of those who sign up for the course that are going forward. And I want to provide you with opportunities that you can use this tool to make a lot of money. Again, a discussion between Rod and I unfolded that I had some ambition goals for this year, and I want you to witness them, that to know that the things that I'm talking about are real. Leon is here, my good friend. He's been following for a few years, and then this year we met and we've had some incredible times together. I invited him just like that. He says, yes, okay, I will come. It could be anywhere. We built trust. With your clients, with your customers, you need to build trust. Diana, Cynthia, maybe sometimes in the dark days that we don't feel like we need to feel connected, I reached out in one of those dark days to this man called Rod Norville. It's unbelievable how the universe, the repetition of those ideas that you give yourself, that you have the power to uplift others, will prompt you, just like a notification on your phone to say, call this person. I just had a gut feeling to call this guy called Rod Norville. And I called him up, and he says, I'm in a Barrie and I'm in a dark basement and my situation is dire. I'm just, it hurts. And if I know the mind, if I know the power of repetition and creativity, and this is the guy who inspired me to read all of these books that I'm going to summarize in our book club for you, is in this situation, there must be some wrong fundamentally. The basis, the beliefs are wrong somewhere. Perhaps put your trust in the wrong people. Perhaps bet on the wrong opportunity. I don't know where he was in that dark moment, but after that conversation, he came alive. Ever since I've seen Rod just keep on going up and up and up and up, and I said, wow, hallelujah, miracles do happen, ladies and gentlemen. You just need to get the mindset right. We all are human. It's human to err. I have made more mistakes, Amanda, than anybody that I know. That's what makes me me, because I keep on making them. You know what? There's no loss. I learn, I connect, and I guide. And once they apply, that connection becomes so powerful that with a phone call, I could call somebody to come anywhere in the world, including Saudi Arabia today, to go see one of my friends who is there taking care of an elderly mother. I just made a phone call. I said, can you call this person? They may need help. Boom, done. I didn't pay them any money. It's just a connection that we have with the teams that we build. So in the length of this course, before I give Rod an opportunity to do whatever promotions he thinks that he does, is that throughout this course, you will get opportunities, multiple opportunities to work with multiple teams, whether you're in US, particularly in US. And I don't know if our friend Sherry is here, but I am right now, she's not here. So she's not here, but she's working on our YouTube channels. We're going to target it to US, Canada. By end of this year, we're going to have our first in person, so we can high five, so you can smell, so we can look good, so we can, JB, dress up like we say in Brampton. You know what I mean?
I need a hug, Arif. I need a hug.
Everyone, including myself, need a hug, and the best hug you can give is really the comfort that you give to your family. Man, yesterday I had an incredible experience. I took my daughter for second year university. See, if the advice is right, you should apply it at home. Did you know that Gandhi moved the world, but his worst critic was his own son? In the newspaper, Mahatma Gandhi was attacked by his own son in his own entire life. So don't seek the approval of your family immediately. The opportunities that we present here are so unique, most people won't understand it. And they say that the opportunity that you miss, someone else is going to catch, because they were ready for it, they were willing, they invested in their own abilities, and to prove that they can do it, they bet it like a poker game. You bet your money where your confidence is, ladies and gentlemen. If you're scared, you won't be able to make a move. This year is going to be a repetition of last year, and same with the other year, and same, keep on moving forward. One day we wake up, and I have the full presentation. I'm going to make it on PowerPoint. Rod has asked. I'll send it to him to put it into this presentation. But what it is one day, about 2 years ago, and I'm going to complete with this, Rod. I had my father in my hands, and he was 83. He had cancer. I knew he was dying. The doctors told us. I spent a year and a half in Middle East and spent most of my time with my father. And he said, son, and just like this, just like the story of philosophies that I just told you about at the beginning, my family, the Gilani family, has a philosophy that has been taught in the Middle East for over 1,000 years. My ancestor went to Baghdad to seek this enlightenment, and he found out the Muslim world was corrupt. There were belly dancers everywhere, and like what Islam taught wasn't here. So ever since then, this philosophy has been taught. The goal for me, for Rod, is to have 10,000 people learn this philosophy by year 2025. You could be an ambassador to bring in some of these people, because you will benefit financially, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and every single part of your relationship. In the next 6 weeks, we're going to talk about how. HWO. H stands for your health. I'm going to teach you some repetitive moves that you can make to optimize your health. I'm going to introduce you to some products that you can use to feel incredible, whether it's cold, whether it's painful, whether it's whatever it is, because we've tested them. I'm going to teach you some system where you can organize your relationships, Amanda, whether it's with me, with Rod, with God, with whoever it is. You have to organize it. You have to time it. You have to put it in the schedule. You have to lock it in, tie it up, and commit to it. Okay? And the last thing we're going to talk about, how, HOW, we're going to talk a lot about money. I'm sorry, there's not enough talk about money on media, especially on mainstream media. All we talk about is inflation and how things are bad and doom and gloom and all of the things that you feed your mind on daily basis. Rod has created this opportunity to reverse that cycle. We have Bob Proctor's philosophies that I've taken his courses. We have Jim Rohn. We have every mentor that you have touched or heard about in the books. Because 30 years is a long time just to read things. I think that right now it just overflows over. Sometimes Rod feels like being online 24/7. I say, shut it down. It's not how much you give people. It's how much they're willing to receive. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to open up your receptors.
Tell them that one again, Arif. The people in the back that aren't paying attention, they're talking to their friend, they're texting. Did you say that?
I'm telling you to open up your receptors, because whoever's doing whatever, this is going to be recorded and you're going to hear about it. Everything that you want to achieve. Now, I want to finish with this segment, Rod.
Yep.
Power of repetition. Okay? To control the forces of creativity, you need to master the power of repetition. Let me give you some examples. Ronaldo, world-renowned soccer player, worth more now in money than any other athlete, got there through power of repetition. Wayne Gretzky, the best hockey player, most known Canadian, got there through repetition. Michael Jordan got to be the best through the power of repetition. So I'm going to focus your attention on something that you want to repeat, something that gives you that edge. I know what gives me the edge. I repeat it every day. I work like a clock, morning to 7 o'clock, then I shut down. Rod, over to you, my friend.
All right. Can we blow it up for Arif in the chat? How many of you got something from that? How many of you? All right. We're going to do this. We call this rapid fire. I'm going to take 3 shares. Those of you that are taking notes, you should be taking notes. I got time for 3 people. First people that raise their hand, you get to unmute and give us one thing you got from Arif's share. Ready, set, go.
Repetition.
Amanda. Ooh, Shannon doesn't wait. She's like, you said go. Leaders just go. Go ahead, Shannon. Amanda, you're next.
I love that he said, believe in some. I've never heard of that. That was really cool. Arif, thanks.
There we go. And we say thank you for sharing, Shannon. All right, over to Amanda.
Hello, everybody. First off, I just want to say thank you so much, Arif. I can feel your energy through my computer screen. One thing that I got, definitely, we have the power to create. We can create anything if we're, through, power of repetition. I got a lot from your talk. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending the time with you. And with that, I'm complete.
Beautiful. And Tracy Lynn, thank you, Amanda. Tracy Lynn out in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. Go ahead.
Reed's message, power of repetition.
Yeah.
If you only knew how many times I had to rewrite some of my books because I didn't like my first draft to get to where I was. So power of repetition works.
Tracy Lynn, let me tell you about the power of repetition. I wrote my first book and crashed my computer. So I had to rememorize it and do it again the first book. And by accident and by chance, every time you rewrite it, it makes it better. I purposefully or intentionally was in Istanbul. I'm walking at the kitchen and I hit my laptop and it broke again for the Ministry of Miracles. The second version was written intentionally. My intention was anybody that opens this book on any page will read at least one paragraph and be hooked. I got hookers. Hookers. I mean, hooks that you can hang on to like climbers have one thing that they hook to the top of the tree and they climb up. What is it called, man? I'm again lost for words. You get a string on top of the branch and you put your rope right into it. There's so many dark days in your life that you need someone to hook into and hold on to the rope to pass this through to this dark moment. Tracy Lynn was going through one of those last couple of days. I'm so glad she's here. She's feeling good. She's excited to share. Connect with people. Hold on to them. That's your hook. Whenever you feel down, whenever you feel depressed like Rod or me or anybody, you just connect with somebody, Dana. You just want to let it out. Just want to feel good. I want to feel at peace. Tracy Lynn, you have your hand up.
Still? Okay, let me lower it. Yeah, I just want to say, I was on a rough week, but people had my back, so I'm all good.
All right. Thank you. We got 3. We had time for 3. Want to thank Tracy Lynn as well. The word is resilience, Tracy Lynn. When I think of you and the week that you had, and you and I did a 3.5 hour coaching visualization that night that started it off. I think we shook some things, and we brought some things to the surface. And you were a soldier, you were a warrior, and I just want you to know you inspired me this week. So I just want to say thank you. We want to hear from everybody else. We obviously don't for the sake of time. Go ahead and type what your nugget was in the comments. I've heard a lot about repetition, Arif. I see General Ken says power repetition. Leon Mann says Power of repetition. Cynthia Stewart says, lots of golden nuggets. Raven says, thank you, Arif. Mark says, I got my nugget. Thank you, Arif. Raven says, the golden ticket is committing to the schedule. Go ahead and let us know if you got a nugget. We want to know about it. Guys, this is the key. It's about engagement. 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 Thank you, Mark. Mark says, change my foundational thought when things aren't lining up. Someone set a timer for me of 7 minutes. I don't care. Write it on a cue card. Tell me when I got 5 left. Tell me when I got 3 left. Tell me when I got 2 left. Say time up, and then draw a hook. Go, Roderick, this is the hook. Like the Gong Show back in the day. I got a hook. Roderick, get off the stage, Roderick. Get off stage.
Rod.
Stop hogging the stage. Here's what I want to do right now. I want to spend 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Dougie Fresh here on.
That'll be 7:40. Go on, Rod. I just wanted to tell you, those of you who have a notepad or book, please write some notes. Notes have saved my life. Notes have made me thousands of dollars. You don't remember. Your mind is not powerful enough to remember everything, believe me.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Arif. How many of you have a notepad right now? Go ahead and hold it up. Let me see it. Unless you have a virtual background, don't bother holding it up. We won't see it. Leon's got a notebook. Thank you. Cynthia, I see you. Diana, Kelly, Amanda. Beautiful. Some of you don't have your cameras on. Hey, can I make a request? If you don't have your camera on, we respect and we allow, but we need your help. Help us help you. Help us help you. At the end of class, about 5 minutes to, as many of you that can have cameras on, we want to take a
help us help you. Subscribe today. Join the class right now. This week, this was just an introduction. We're in the middle of class. I muted myself to talk to my YouTube friends right now. You're going to get this message. Make sure you send Rod H. Norville a message and let him know how you can sign up for this program. Thank you.